Hello Prep 3, very happy to meet you again to complete Unit 12 which we started in the previous video. In the previous video we studied the grammar, now we will complete to read the text and to have some vocabulary. Unit 12, transport workers. We have a lot of words, but as we used to do, we will begin by the reading text. We will read the text together and then we will have a quick look on the words. Here is a letter to Hassan. Okay, dear Hassan, I'm writing this email after my first day at work. I'm working on a project for a big new building in the middle of Cairo. The project is to build a station for part of the new metro line. When I have arrived at the building site, with the small places, the manager ordered me to wear a helmet. This is a reported instruction. He ordered me to wear 2 plus infinitive helmet and boots. He wanted me to look out for things falling, especially if I'm under the ground. He asked me to tell him about my work experience. I told him that it was my first job. We have lot of indirect forms as we studied before. Then he said that I should work with a group of men who are building a wall around the new station. Manual work like this. The manual work is the work which you do using your hands. Manual work like this is very tiring, but I enjoyed being part of the team. The manager told me that the new metro would open in 2022. The station I'm working on is one of the 15 new stations on the line. When it is finished, there will be 1.5 million more passengers on the line. I'm proud to help with such an exciting project. Ragab. Listen to the tape script. The journalist is talking with the manager. A railway station manager's job is very important, but not many people know about it. Today, I'm talking to the manager of one of Cairo's busiest railway station. So, Mr. Ahmed, what does a station manager do? The manager? Well, the most important part of the station manager's job is to keep everyone safe in the railway station and to help people to get onto the correct train. The journalist, but you have other people to help you to do this, don't you? It's a question tag. Of course, I must manage all the other people who work at the station. There are a lot of them. Train drivers, ticket inspectors. All these people work at the train station. The train drivers, the ticket inspector, the cleaners, the mechanics, and engineers. I must encourage them to do their jobs well, and most of them work really hard. I must also help them if there are any problems. The journalist, how often do you have problems at the station? The manager, there is never a day without a problem, of course. Sometimes I have to deal with fairly small problems. For example, a person loses something important or takes the wrong train. Sometimes I have to help with extremely big problems. For example, a person becomes ill or a train breaks down. Breakdown means stop working. The journalist, so what would you say to someone who wants to become a station manager? Well, the job is never boring. You must like trains, of course, but you must also like people. You meet different people every day. These people can be quite angry if their train is late. They often tell me to find them a different train. The journalist is asking, what do you say to them? The manager, I encourage them to be patient and try to help them. We work in an incredibly busy station and people usually understand that there are sometimes problems. The journalist, It sounds a very interesting job. Thank you. Here is a small text about technical schools. After finishing preparatory school at 15, some students choose to stay in general education. But about 60% of students go to technical schools. Students at technical schools learn skills that they can use in the world of work. These skills are extremely important for the future of the country because technology changes all the time. The skills that people need today are very important to what was needed 10 or 20 years ago. There are now more technical schools around Egypt, and each school teaches a different kind of a technical skill. For example, students can learn about work in hotels and shops, or learn skills needed for industry, farming, or nursing. Students study at these schools for 3 or 5 years. Under the Egyptian dual education system, technical school students spend 2 days each week at technical school and 4 days at a place of work. This is the dual education system where students spend 2 days each week at technical schools and 4 days at a place of work where they can practice using their new skill. This can really help the students after they graduate. Students who do very well at technical schools can then continue to study at university. They can get a very good jobs such as becoming engineers. However, all jobs that need technical skills are important. Life would be impossible without electricians, nurses, mechanics, and farmers. As you know, we have a lot of words. Some of them are new and some of them are old. We will have a quick look on some definitions and some new words. The title of the unit is Transport Workers. Try to repeat after me. Transport workers work on a project, building, middle, station, part, metro line, and site. Manager, look out for, helmet, experience, group, around, manual, proud, specially, encourage, warn, order, puts, manage, airport, dangerous, guide, special, feel proud, underground. Cleaner, mechanic, ticket, inspector, angry with, firefighter, waiter, extremely, conductor, 60%, dual system, expressions, opinion, railway, station, get onto, engineers, discourage, does his best, breakdown means stop working, nursing, system, fairly, technical education, industry, patient, incredibly, skills, sounds, general education, electrician, university, and repair. The manager is the person who tells you what to do each day. To be proud of something, to be pleased because it is good, especially much more than usual. The manual work is something which you do using your hands. The buildings are houses, hotels, and factories. Cleaner, he is the person who washed floors and tidies rooms. The mechanic is the person who checks and repairs cars. The ticket inspector is the person who checks that you have paid when you go on a bus or the train. If you want to make your opinion stronger, These people can be quite angry if the train is late. We use the quite to make our opinion stronger. The railway station manager's job is very important. Very, quite, really, and extremely are adverbs which we use them before adjectives to show the degree of the adjective. Okay? Look carefully at the difference between quiet as an adjective, the opposite of noisy, and quiet. Somehow. Work on a project, a place, work for somebody. In the middle of, but at the end of. Part and port. Look for means take care, but look out for it's a warning. Tiring, to describe something, the source of the feeling. When something is tiring, it makes you tired. Patient is an adjective, the person who can wait for a long time, but a patient as a noun is the person who is sick. Here we have some very important expressions in the language note section. Try to stop the video and have a look on them. Now we will do the exercise to check what we understood from the lesson. Here, as usual, we have a dialogue between Ahmed and Ayman. They are talking on the phone. Ahmed is asking Ayman, will you see the next match? Space, I'll see it in the club. Of course, I will see it in the club. What time does it start? As we studied in Unit 1, we are asking about something which will happen in the future with a fixed timetable, so we used the present simple form. What time does it start? It starts at 7 p.m. For example, a question here from Ahmed to Ayman. Ayman answered, sure, you can come with me. It's so simple and easy. Can I come with you? The last one, it's a question from Ahmed, and Ayman answered, let's meet in front of the club. Where will we meet? Where will we meet? Okay. Right, what would you say in each of the following situations? You ask your friend about his opinion of the film. We have some different expressions we can use to ask about other people's opinion. When you want to ask your friend about his opinion, what do you think of the film? What's your opinion of the film? Both are correct. You express your opinion about the exam. I think the exam was very difficult. I think the exam was easy. Your father thinks that Facebook wastes time. You agree. I also agree. When you want to express that you agree with someone's opinion, I completely agree with you. I don't agree anymore. Your friend thinks that trains are quite dangerous and you disagree. I completely disagree with you. You offer to help a tourist, a polite request, a polite offer. Can I help you? Okay. Houses, hotels, and factories are examples of buildings or computers or animals or hobbies. I think it's easy. They are example of hobbies. Your space at work tells you what to do each day. Your manager at work tells you what to do each day. If you are a space, you are pleased because something is good. If you are proud, number D, very good. Space means much more than usual. Public, general, specially, or generally. I think it's specially. That's good. Working with your hands is called funny, spiritual, manual, or mental work. It's a manual work. At the airport, they ordered us to show our food, our ideas, our passports, or information. They asked us to show our passports at the airport. Canada is cold in winter. Specially, specialist, or specialize. We want to use an adverb to show the degree of the adjective. The adverb here is especially. Space workers often have to wear boots and helmets. Manual workers who use their hands. Our school is a very old building or buildings. It's a very old building. The space is always the first to arrive in the office. Of course, the manager is the first one to arrive in the office. Mechanics need many space to understand how cars work. Many socks, many souvenirs, many skulls or many skills. Very good. They need many skills to understand how cars work. The lights needed to be repaired, so we called the oculist, pilot, electrician or plumber. The electrician is the correct person who is needed to repair the lights. Students in space education don't go to technical school. In general education, like you don't go to technical schools. Space is very important because it gives us most of the food we eat. Tourism, industry, nursing or farming. I think we get most of the food we eat from farming. Why my brother? Space from university. He wants to live abroad. Excellent. Graduates. Space means producing and making products. Producing and making products is industry. A ticket, space works on the bus station, a ticket designer or a ticket inspector or payer or dentist. I think the correct answer is inspector, who checks whatever you paid for your ticket or not. We asked the space to bring some water. The conductor, the oculist, the waiter or the baker. The waiter. Very good. The manager told the space to sweep the floor. Who is the person who sweeps the floor in the office? Is he the postman, the secretary, the cleaner or the director? I think it's the cleaner. A space checks that you have paid when you go on a bus or the train. It's the ticket inspector. 21. A space washes the floors and tidies rooms. Who washes the floors and tidies rooms? He is the cleaner. You ask for a space when a car or a mechanic breaks down. When the car or machines breaks down, we ask for a mechanic. A space is an important person in a bank, in a shop, in a sports team. He is the manager. Okay, number 24. We are about to finish. I know you are poor. A space repaired the lights in my office. I think repaired the lights in my office. The mechanic, the robber, the thief or the journalist. I think it's the electrician. The four answers are not correct. The electrician is the person who repaired the lights in my office. 25. A good teacher always pays his pupils to do their best. Who encourages his students. After finishing school at 15, some students choose general education after finishing preparatory schools at 15. Students at technical schools learn new films or stories or buttons or skills. I think they learn new skills. Egyptian dual education system is very important. 29. Life would be without electricians, nurses, mechanics, and farmers. I think it will be impossible. At the train station, some people the wrong train. Some people take the wrong train. Thanks so much. I hope all of you to do more exercise and send me your feedback. Inshallah, we will meet again to complete our course with unit 13. Thank you. Goodbye.